Oh.
Training it to be a backpacker.
And you'll see here the rare tree climbing little boy.
Go.
Goats! Well, you like climbing trees, but are the goats? Are there any goats? Are we excited? Are we going to find out if the goats climb the trees too?
Should we go and find some?
I hope so. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm not nervous about breakfast. So breakfast is a good thing. We're doing something today that I've wanted to do since I heard about it. And it could be a bit of a wild goat chase. I don't know if you've heard of this, but in Morocco there's a very unique thing where the goats actually climb the trees. We've been doing some research, and the bad news is it's one of those things that started off naturally, and we'll tell you a bit more about the story later, but it's been abused, and now there's areas where you can get a tourist bus straight to it, but it's not good for the goats. They're made to stay in the trees now. So we're going to go get local buses or try and find a local taxi or even hitchhike. We don't quite know yet. We've got up early. We're going to head to an area. Oh, look around. Oh, yes, coffee. We're going to head to an area of town where we've been told by another local friend that we can start to try and find transport in the right direction to one of the areas that's less touristy but should have these goats in the trees. So I hope this turns into a great video. We have no idea. We'll take you on the journey. Oh, before you go, this is breakfast. So they make this just here. It's amazing. It's fresh every day, and that is honey. It's steaming hot bread. Yeah. Oh, do you want some? What do you think? Fresh this morning, fresh a few minutes ago, and delicious. That is good. And a wogget. So we've got coffee, cafe au lait, fresh steaming bread with honey, and wogget. It's in your mouth.
I kinda need a word, well, I'm into you. And oh, I know it's been a long time. I was on the sideline waiting for you. We could go to California or anywhere you wanna. As long as I'm with you, I'm alright.
Be excited, baby. This is crazy.
Yeah, that was quick, wasn't it? Straight onto a bus. Spotted the name of the place and off we go.
I am excited. So we've just walked straight out of the archway, and we presumed, we're looking on our phone, double checking we're in the right place, thinking, okay, we're probably gonna have a long wait, loads of bartering. Oh, so good. I'm actually really hopeful. I've not wanted to let on how much I think it's not gonna happen, and this is even a waste of filming. So now we actually have to basically stare out the window and then risk jumping off on this road. And this is why we might end up pitching, or I don't know what's gonna happen, but because this bus obviously isn't taking you to goats, it's just driving up and down the road that is this amazing famous area where the goats climb the trees. But I can't believe we've got this is good.
Have to keep our eyes on the trees, eh?
Yeah, keep our eyes on the trees, so you'll have to help us spot the goats. And you were the first! Oh my goodness, no matter what we do today, he's excited, he's been on the bus.
Yeah.
Oh, get a smile!
Oh. Melts me every day. Took that. We're on our way.
Camels crossing the road. I love this place. You see the camels?
What an education, eh?
Yeah. We seriously are actually trying to look at every single tree to see if there's a goat in it. And it's windy. So we're on goat patrol. What's that? Goat. Oh man. Okay, so I think we actually alarmed them. We got so excited. We're not actually that far into the journey and we've seen some goats. I'd say about maybe 20-30 minutes down the road. And a stick, please. But it's miles back that way because I didn't understand why we wanted to stop. We just named a town and paid to go to that town. And so we've got quite a walk. Pete! Is that a goat or sheep? Oh no, some of those are sheep. No, there's goats there. Oh my goodness! Okay, so they are really everywhere. And this is natural. This is not just some kind of like pay for tourist thing. This is I knew it. We'll tell you a bit more about the history and the reason and why they do it in a minute, but they really are everywhere. It's so unique. You only get it in Morocco and you only get it in this area, and I can't believe they really are everywhere. So I thought we were going to walk miles back that way because we saw them and we couldn't get them to stop the bus. But it looks like there's some over here. Should we go? Can you see the goats? Can you see the goats? He's ready. He's got his little goat herding stick. Go.
When we were younger, we were never running
Can't believe this! Oh my goodness! Oh, I really want to do this the ethical way. We'll tell you why the goats do this. And I was really hoping to find a really natural way of doing this, but without renting a car, it's meant to be really difficult. I can't believe it. Just jumped on the local bus, about 50 pence each. Here we go. Wow. They're just there. I can't believe it. Yeah, we did see a lot of donkeys. He's saying on a donkey because we saw a lot of donkeys. Every time I saw a donkey on the road, we've actually got the goats. No way. I thought none of them were in the tree, but look. Oh my goodness, they are in the tree. Look, baby. Look. Oh, baby, look. There's goats in a tree. Oh my goodness. Hello. Assalamu alaikum. No way. Hi. Oh, we scared them out of the tree.
I was wondering how they climbed with who's.
Wow. That's incredible. It's so nimble. I actually really can't believe this. But they really do climb trees. Oh, he's off.
Driving in a car, never knowing how far we go. When we were young.
Oh, he got a berry for the goat. Oh, I think he's getting his own berries, but it's very kind. Him really stretching. I can't believe how much he stretched to get these berries.
When we were younger, we were never running out of time. As long as we had each other, everything was black and white. When we were younger.
Okay, if you say hi.
Fruit that the goats are after, and inside you can see the seed, and actually the seed isn't digested by the goat, it comes out in its poop. But it's actually the smell of these that draws the goats up the trees. Apparently they taste really good. Which I don't know if I should eat this or not, but
maybe not. I really don't. I think it's meant to be oil for hair and bathing.
Tiny bit. Definitely for hair and other things, but yeah, they basically extract the oil, the argan oil, from this. As I understand it, I think a small bottle of the argan oil is really expensive. It'll cost you about $50, so you can see why they gather these seeds. It's amazing that these seeds just come out totally undigested by the goat in their poop. So
just over here, they're just actually still collecting them. Oh, my little boy's collecting argan oil. Are you helping? So all of them have seen the goat, and I can't believe it. It was so natural. Goodness me, what an incredible moment. And our baby boy loved it. His new favourite word is goat. You say goat? Goat. But they're just disappearing off into the distance. I don't know what mysterious place, probably his farm, he's taking them back to. But we just got to sit amongst them and watch them and actually see them eat the berries and meet the ladies that pick through their poop for the berries. And wow, I am so grateful. I really thought when we were setting off that this was really going to be a wild goat chase and we wouldn't see anything. We're going to head back down the road, the place that first caught our attention, but whatever happens now, we've seen it in the most natural state, and it really is an incredible thing that they do. I'm just so blown away, and I just love that it's so local to here. I can't believe we found it.
So we have to barter to put this little one in the sling now, because he's at the stage he loves walking, and he's like, no sling, I walk. So there we go, that's the reward.
Thank you, Aldi.
Yeah, you enjoying that?
So you apple snack? We made a deal, didn't we? Okay.
We're just going to head down this way and see if we can find some more goats in a tree.
Amazing. Turns out it was quite a long way down the road. And we've just realised, Pete was just saying, actually they're quite mobile, so the ones we saw could be gone already, we don't actually know. So we'll give it about another 10-15 minutes, and then, you know what, if we have to call it a day, we've seen goats in a tree. Snack! You got a snack?
Whoa! Hey!
Oh baby. Mwah.
Okay.
We're so ridiculous. So this is turning into a wild goat chase. So I'm so glad we got to see what we saw, but we've been going back. I'm like, okay, 10 more minutes, 10 more minutes. I think we're on to half an hour plus. And I was like, okay, when we get to that yellow building, that'll be the cut-off point, and we really will. And I'm just like, Pete, can we go 10 more minutes? And he's totally fine with that. Our baby's well watered and his sun hat on. So we are just going to give it 10 more minutes. But if not, that might have been it. The goats we saw earlier were gone by the time we got back, which just shows how authentic it is where we are and how real this is. So yeah, we're going to give it 10 more minutes and then we're going to try and jump on a bus back. Oh, see some goats, who knows? Okay, this is it, we are calling it a day. So what we're going to do, we're going to walk on the other side of the road and watch out for a bus on the way back, and then, so we're still going to walk hopefully and maybe see some, but we're just going to try and flag down the next bus. But we're seeing signs for our town, so we should probably head back. We really have walked so far. And actually, I'll quickly say, at first I was a little bit disappointed, thinking, oh my goodness, we haven't seen the one I saw earlier on the bus. And that's disappointing. No, actually what I've realised is that makes it so much more special. We have walked for at least 40 minutes, maybe more, and we've not seen a single other goat in a tree. So I can't believe that the bus stopped so far. I was so blessed that as the bus stopped, we jumped out, and then just over there we had the goats. And the fact that we've not seen more of them shows that they're actually really quite rare to spot. I just can't believe it. I can't believe this. This day is incredible. We've actually caught the exact same bus coming back. We recognise the conductor, he's such a nice guy. And it's such a local bus, everyone's so sweet. We just bought our tickets. I am just so high. I'm just buzzing from this. This is amazing. So I love how locally we've done it. I love that. It's just, the chances of it are so slight, and we did it. Go, snack time.
So we've just stopped for some victory drinks. I'm so stoked. Baby boy's got some orange juice. Do you want to try this? Freshly squeezed. What do you reckon? Wow, going for that. And Mama and Papa, of course, have got coffees. I love it. This is just a small hole in the wall. This coffee machine is incredible. It takes up most of the room, and it seems to make amazing coffee too. So yeah, happy days. After this, we're just going to go back to the room. We're going to wash some fruit, and then I think someone needs a nap. Talking about me.
Home. Okay. Here we go. We're home.
Are you ready for some milk and a nap? Maybe some fruit first.
Fruit first.
Yeah. Making sure we get the best use out of this plastic. We're making the bottle into a fruit bowl. It means I can wash the fruit and empty the fresh water, because actually the water from the taps here you shouldn't really drink, so we're just going to use drinking water, wash the fruit up, and then family fruit. Do you want some fruit? Yeah. Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Thank you. Can you say plum? We've got a yellow. Can you say yellow plum?
Oh, that's good.
Yellow plum.
Very impressed.
Goat.
We went to see the
We went to
goats.
see the goats.
Where were the goats?
Up.
I think he actually said on the branch. That's a word I've not heard him use before. I love this age where they're just coming out with all these words. You're like, I don't think we taught him that word, but he's just heard us using it. And they were eating leaves, is that right? He's saying they were eating leaves. Wow, he's telling you guys all about it.
It's a better summary than we'd give you. They were on the branches eating the leaves and berries.
He says berries.
And now you've got a yellow plum.
Yellow plum. Are you happy? Someone has woken up from his nap. Did you see some goats this morning?
Yeah, and go
Where were the goats?
in plane the other day.
They were in the plane. I think the goats weren't in the plane. I think the goats were in the tree. Do you remember the goats eating?
It's in two a day.
So cute. Oh, lovely kisses. Okay, so we are a little bit obsessed with these sardines. They're just so fresh, so cheap and so good, honestly. So what better way to celebrate a successful goat day than sardines? And of course bread with a knife inside.
I promise that I will stand by you forever. And I won't waste this. I'll follow you, yeah. I'll follow you, yeah. I'll follow you, yeah.
How weird was this day? So we were just jumping on a bus. We didn't have our own car or anything. And so for the record, this entire experience cost us 26 in local, which is about £2.40. And so it basically just cost us the price of a local bus there and back. And what are the chances then that we then got back on the same bus? We saw a lot of buses going up and down. This is a long road between some major towns. And what was so funny is when we jumped back on, they were genuinely happy to see us, the conductor and the bus driver. I think they were so worried letting these crazy travellers jump off the bus with a baby. And they were actually really excited to see us get back on the bus. But it's just such a strange day.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Really crazy.
I think another thing that struck me is that we managed to do it in an ethical and such an organic way. And I love the fact that it was just farmers out there with their goats. The goats happen to be climbing the trees because they want to.
Yeah, and that's it. So I had this thing. So I have to admit, I try to release myself of what I see on Instagram and other people's social media, but I had this image and I really still wanted to see like 20 goats in a tree, because that's what you see even on the like adverts that are done by big companies. You see like all these goats in a tree, and it's like, and actually when you stop to think about it, how ridiculous is that? It's kind of ridiculous in the trees at all. But what we found out is when you've got 15-20 goats in a tree, the sad truth is it's been set up. There's a few places you go to where they're tied to the tree for the whole day in the heat. It's awful. And they even have little platforms. I know. I've seen
Do you think they lift the goats up there and just pop them on the platforms?
Pretty much. No, they do. Like,
oh man, that's crazy.
It's absolutely nuts. Sometimes when you see these superlative things, you think that's the thing you have to see. And it felt so good to break away from that and actually just go for the authentic thing. And actually when you stop to think of how cruel it is, of course I don't want to see it and I never want to support it. But it's so funny how deep stuff can get into your mind of this is what you have to see, 20 goats in a tree. And actually it's completely ridiculous and inauthentic and above all cruel. So we were so happy. We risked not seeing them and the reward was incredible. We had this authentic, incredible moment that will stay with me because it was so crazy how we even got there. So I know that's a bit more than we usually say at the end of a video, but I just really wanted to be really vulnerable and say that. Like, I know I should say, oh, I would never consider doing it, but I kind of do because it's been pushed on me when I've done my research into it. And just to really put out there that so we do a lot on Instagram as well, and we try to keep it real but also capture beautiful superlatives as well. if you're going to join us on our journey, you might not always get the absolute superlatives, because often those things are quite fake, but you will get the authentic, and we will do our best to take you to the truth. Absolutely, yeah. And the truth of what things are. And I think because we're willing to take those crazy risks and do things differently, we will be able to take you to the real version of something, or even just tell you if it's not even real. It's amazing how many experiences around the world aren't actually the real thing. And we found this a lot. We've been traveling for over 10 years, so we've got a lot of experience, and we're still learning, definitely still learning. But just wanted to open up a bit more about that, and maybe make you think, if you're planning your travels, try to look for the authentic stuff, definitely the ethical stuff.
And if you're on your own goat hunt, you're watching this video, you want to travel this area, find out how to see the goats, I'm going to put some information in the description below just to give you some tips and clues about where to find the bus, how to look out for the goats and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we do want to help equip along the way. Quite often in our descriptions, that's where we'll put the other information. So much of our YouTube is you coming with us on the journey, but we try to put information out there as well to help you travel, because you know some of you are travellers. Speaking of which, just thank you so much for travelling with us. We love that you join our journey every week, and every week we keep bringing out all these new videos, and we just love sharing with you. So if you want to join us for more chaos, honesty, love, adventure and travel, we'll see you next week. The rare tree climbing little boy.
You're training him to be a backpacker. Try again. Go to bed. Okay, wait. We need to do this one up too. You ready? Okay, go. Try again. Okay, is that on your shoulders? Should we get you clipped up? Clip. There's a clip. There's a clip. Are you ready?
Go, go, go!
Go. Yeah!
Woo!
Okay, is that on your shoulders? Should we get you clipped up? Clip. There's a clip. There's a clip. Are you ready?
Go, go, go!
Go. Yeah!
Woo!